Welcome, everyone, to Thursday night's improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and we're super stoked to be doing a show here tonight. It's been a minute since we've been on the streams. Things have been going busy, so sometimes life gets in the way, and we can't be here to stream. And I know you're sad, and we're here to alleviate that sadness by doing a show for you here tonight. So I'd like to introduce who's going to be performing here tonight. My name is Chris.
Yay, Chris.
And we've got Gabe.
Hi.
Gabe.
And that's our cast. And we've got the easy job. The man's got the hardest job. Chad. I don't know where he is on my stream here. I'm trying to point. He's going to be running the stream, looking at the chat, doing all sorts of bells, whistles, monitors. I'm pretty sure there's some teleportation involved. I don't understand technology. So he's going to be doing everything. So all we have to do is make some stuff up. For those of you guys who've never seen our show before, explain what we're going to be doing. We're basically going to be improvising everything that you see here tonight. We don't have anything planned other than the games that we'll be doing. And because of that, we're going to be needing suggestions from you throughout the show. So anytime Chad, who I'm pretty sure is going to be that's another thing. Chad's probably going to be hosting this whole show since we only have a cast of two. He'll be
he's on muscle relaxers, so it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun show. Anytime he asks you guys a question at the beginning of one of our games for a suggestion, just type in any answer to it. It doesn't even have to answer the original question it could be just any word that you want to put in there. And Chad will let us know what that suggestion is, and we'll improvise a scene for it. And because we're improvising, that means that this is the only time this show will ever exist. It's never happened before. It'll never happen again. It's only going to be happening right now. So if you want to be a part of the creation of this, make sure you guys give us some suggestions and tell all your friends to suggest some stuff too. So I'm going to turn it over to Chad. This is probably the last time I'm ever going to introduce anything since it's just two of us. So Chad, take it away. The show is yours.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I hate to tell you this and everything, but you've been fired from introducing. I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
awesome.
Yeah, we love you, man. No, seriously, guys, thank you all so much for being on here tonight and for supporting us in our comedic endeavors online, as you have been for the past nearly 2 years now, by the way. I gotta say, I was looking at some data and what have you. It is hard to believe that's been roughly 2 years since we started this, but thank you all for being along for the ride. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for those of you who are financially supporting us, like Eagle Panini just did with a Twitch subscription. You can also, if you have Amazon Prime, and who doesn't really, use a Twitch Prime subscription to support us at no additional cost to you. So if you go to twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, they'll have all the details on how you can do that, along with regular subscriptions, and along with bit cheering, as it were, which I really have to enunciate, otherwise we might get flagged. But bit cheering on Twitch is one of the many ways that you guys keep the greases of comedy turning. Let me try that again. The wheels of comedy greased and turning. Yes.
I liked it better the first time.
I know, actually. Yeah, we're actually broadcasting live from Greece.
Greece,
as you can tell
Athens,
from my background. Just you can see the Parthenon right over here, and over here you can see actual Archimedes, the person. He's really old. Anyway, so all that being said, thank you all so much. And also, if you would like to continually support us in other ways, you can go to chaoticgoodimprov.com, where we have not just a wonderful merchandise that will make you look good and make all your friends jealous, it also contains tickets to our upcoming live shows. Guess what? We have an upcoming live show coming up, when is it? Next week, right?
Wednesday, yeah, it's the 29th.
The 29th of June. If you're in the Birmingham area, and who isn't, you can come see us over at the Sidewalk Film Festival and Film Center. Sidewalk Cinema and Film Center. I'll get it straight in a minute. In beautiful downtown
Not the festival.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you can go to the festival if you like. I'll probably be there. But, check us out at the Sidewalk Film Center and Cinema. They have been very gracious to host us. We have a lovely stage that we can play on. We've had some really good high-energy shows there. Like, sincerely. These
last two shows are money.
Yeah, these two right here, they did a two-person show, just absolutely brought the house down. So, folks, be sure to check us out anywhere you can. Continue to support us here on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook, and come see us live. We'd love to have you. And check out our website for all the upcoming show dates. Okay, one last thing that I like to always suggest is we're pretty good at doing improv, but we're terrible at naming things, including the episodes that we're about to do. Like Chris said, this show has never been done before. It is unscripted. We don't even know what's about to happen. So we're going to find out along with you. But if you hear our actors say something uproariously funny, like a particular quote, or maybe a theme that just happens throughout the night that you think would make, gee, that would make a great episode title for our archives, please put it in the chat. I will actually assign it to the episode in our YouTube archives that you can watch later. And we'll go ahead and do that. You'll be our best friend if you do so. And for those of you who knows that there's a backlog, seriously, it's been a month, but I will catch up and put the other show titles in there, so thanks for that. But yeah, episode titles, please put it into the chat. I will be monitoring all chats, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as Chaotic Good Improv. So just let me know. Put it in quotes or something so I know that you're suggesting it. Okay, all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get things started here with a little improv staple we like to call Change. And the reason we call it that is because that's the name of the game, Change.
Yes.
What I'm going to need for a suggestion for this scene is, you know what, I'm going to change it up a little bit, so to speak. What would be an item that two people would argue about? Like, what would be a particular item that just any two random people would just start an argument about? Your call as to what the context is or why they're arguing about it, but just an arguable item. We'll say that. Put that in the chat for me. Because what's going to happen is Gabe and Chris are going to make a scene based on the suggestion that you put of the item that I requested. And at any point, if I want them to change the last thing they said or did, I can say the word change. And they will have to change the last thing they said or did and make it make sense in the scene. So once again, go ahead and put anything at all, any kind of item that people would argue over into the chat. Watching on all streams. So hello, Addie Hatter. Good to see you, by the way.
Addie Hatter.
Addie Hatter, good friend of the show.
Great friend of the show.
All right. So this is interesting. Interesting suggestion on this. Addie has suggested tomato.
Tomato. Okay.
So that's going to be your suggestion for the scene. Yes, tomato is your suggestion for this scene in the game of Change, and we'll start this in 3, 2, and 1.
Okay. It's a good point.
Mm-hmm. I thought so. I thought, I appreciate that you would sit there for 3.5 hours and let me explain my position.
Well, it's to be honest, I dozed off mentally somewhere between hours 2 and 3.
That's understandable, but you gave it your best, and most people wouldn't show me that kind of courtesy and respect. So I really appreciate it. And especially, I didn't expect it from a guy wearing a shirt like that.
No. Most people who wear this type of clothing don't listen very well at all. They tend to talk a lot. They're more of wait to speaks, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Change.
Yeah.
They're more of I forgot what game we're playing. They're more of they're peacocking it versus ear cocking it, if you know what I mean.
Change.
They're more of I'm more interested in what comes out of my mouth than what goes into my head, sort of people,
Right. Well, that's interesting that you're aware that that's how you appear, and yet it's not who you are. You're breaking the boundaries. You're defying expectations.
Yeah. I just, I've never known, that the language can be used in those manners. That's what was intriguing to me is I was even having to figure out some of the words you were saying.
Right. No, I do. There are a few words I've been told I pronounce a little weird,
some of them were a lot weird.
Look, there's nothing. I understand there are many different viewpoints. Some say tomato, some say tomato. I say tomato.
Change.
Yeah, that's.
I say tomata.
Change.
I say tatomama.
That's one that was getting me. The Totomoma one. I seriously had to play with context clues.
Right.
And it wasn't until you brought up ketchup that I even knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's how I have to explain it to most people. The good red ones is what I sometimes call them, but then people think apples or strawberries. People think this kind of overly ripe raspberries.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you first said that.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to let you know that I feel like you've educated me. You know? I feel after this 3.5 hour barrage of your words at me, I feel like I know more.
Change.
I feel that I have learned a second language.
Change.
I have forgotten why I even came here in the first place.
Well, I mean, I assume it was for a sandwich, but I honestly have lost track of what I was making you.
I forgot I was hungry.
Oh, that remind you. I asked if you wanted Toto Mamas, and you said, "What are those?" And then I just started talking. I don't really get a lot of lively conversation here at the old Sabwa.
Change.
I don't get a lot of interesting conversation, here at ye old Gima Jones.
Change.
It's not a lot's going on at Firehouse Subs.
Yeah.
I should have gone for it. I was like, Firehouse Subs is weird enough already.
I'm glad you said the tomatoes are Tito Mamas and you didn't say potatoes because that'd be Pito Mamas, and that's just not good.
That's inappropriate.
That's inappropriate.
Yeah.
I ate at a Pito Mama's the other day. It was actually really good. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? This is another game. Hey, you know what? We're going to make it easy on everybody, mostly me, because all I need for this game are 2 suggestions. Because what's going to happen is we have 2 actors, Gabe and Chris. They will get 2 suggestions. And those 2 suggestions will be whatever comes into your head. So I don't care what it is. I'm not even going to give you a prompt. Just go ahead and just put out there any words, any ideas, any objects, any relationships, any rags, any buttons, any bottles today, that kind of thing. Go ahead and put it into the chat. And these 2 are going to make a scene based on your random suggestions. This is kind of a little bit of a flex of ours, We're so good that we don't even need to give you a prompt. And you're such a good audience that you can just give us whatever we ask for. So there's that. So go ahead and just put it in the chat. I am monitoring all chats. Let us know.
I'm monitoring all chats.
Yes. I'm basically like your privacy, the little privacy thing you scroll through and click on it. I'm like the antithesis of that,
Yeah.
The
FBI.
Everywhere.
The antithesis.
Exactly. The antithesis. Yeah. Yes. It's like Sabwa. All right, so
hello, welcome to Sabwa.
We serve no actual food here.
No,
all right,
we're just below ground.
All their sandwiches are like this big. They're all little.
They all come with little toothpicks.
So we have a suggestion for hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas.
And we have a suggestion for a weighted blanket.
Oh.
Okay. Hydrangeas and a weighted blanket are the 2 suggestions that you randomly put out without any prompting from me other than say, give me 2 suggestions. So we'll make this a game of 2 suggestions, hydrangeas and a weighted blanket. Gabe and Chris bringing us the action in 3, 2, and 1.
Friends and family, we are gathered here today to say goodbye to our good friend Stuart.
Can I say a word?
Please. We are having an open casket right now. If you feel the need to step up and speak to the departed, I encourage you.
I do. I would like to say a couple words. I know I said, could I say one word, but I actually wanted to say more than one.
Yeah, it's a common figure of speech. I got you.
Stuart, you were great, and I'm sorry that you died. And it might have been my fault.
What are you trying to say there, Craig?
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Stuart.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overhear you. It's just that I'm stationed up here next to the coffin, and it sounds like the police said it was non-conclusive. So I was just worried that there's something more that you might need to get off your chest. I got it off my chest. I told you shouldn't be eavesdropping on my conversation with the dead. That's just rude. You're right. It was insensitive of me. I just, didn't know. Maybe, I didn't know if it was a coincidence that you deliver milk. It was. That's the fact that he was run over. Stuart was run over by a milk truck. Milk truck. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I thought that was a strange coincidence too. You know, look, Stewart was an odd bird. You know, he would do strange things from time to time, and you know, maybe he had a thing for milk.
Maybe he did. I mean, the man did ask to be buried with his weighted blanket.
Yes,
because it would make him feel comfortable in the afterlife, much like it made him feel comfortable in the pre-life.
The pre-life, when he was an embryo, he had a weighted blanket as well.
Yeah,
his mom, she was one of the first.
She would always carry it on her pregnant belly. I remember that.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why half of his face was so flat.
Yeah, I think it's squished down in her belly a little bit too much.
Yeah,
never quite his skull never reshaped itself.
Nope, that's Stewie. Well, I'm just gonna lay down my gift, my flower.
No, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful hydrangea.
It is. I grew it. Well, took it. Well, stole it. Really. Not from a store, but from a garden.
It just feels like there's a lot of things you need to get off your chest here today, Craig.
I did. I just said I stole it. You know that once you admit to something, you're free.
Well, I'm not a Catholic priest, Craig. This is not a Catholic funeral. I mean,
that's true.
Most people here are Baptists. If anything, the opposite is true. You hide that shit.
I am what you call a new Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be a nude Baptist, but that was frowned upon even more.
I
just took the DE off, and I'm a new NU Baptist.
Yeah.
And so I'm about telling my sins out loud to people, and that makes me sort of free.
I honestly don't know what to say to you, Craig.
It's a good idea. You should start doing it. Tell me something.
I sometimes, when no one's looking, I steal hugs from the caskets.
See, don't you feel better for saying that out loud?
It sounded weird when I said it out loud, if I'm honest.
It's a weird thing that you did.
I don't know why that's what came to my mind. But for some reason.
I like that you're not even stealing anything. You're just hugging dead bodies. Like that's your thing. I steal hugs.
The lowest level of necrophilia.
What?
It's like some beginner stuff.
Oh man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It was.
I'm curious as to what levels you studied there, Gabe, but okay. All right, that's
the entry level.
And
then it goes up like stealing kisses on the cheek.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's gross.
I feel like entry level necrophilia would be like a high school
good band. A good band name.
Yeah. It's a good band name.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to a game called Old Job, New Job. Now, hey, guess what I'm going to be asking for on this? Jobs. I need jobs. In fact, give me another job.
Do you want them, Gabe, or do you want me to do them?
You do them. I enjoy watching you do them.
Okay, great.
We all enjoy watching Chris do them. So yes,
not the necrophilia,
not the dead bodies. No,
not the low level hugging.
We're done with that conversation.
Yes, we are. We're moving on.
It will come up again. All right, so let's go with old job, new job. Put in jobs. All I need are jobs. Just any.
Not Undertaker.
Yeah.
Undertaker and porn director.
Oh my god. Oh.
And that's our scene.
That's it.
Why is that the joke that's going to stay here? Like, why is that the one?
Oh my god.
I feel like you could just start the scene by saying those two words and be like, and scene. That
is right. Good job.
All right, good stuff. So yeah, we need jobs in the chat. Okay, let's see. We have a well, we're trying. We have a suggestion for actor.
Mm-hmm.
Actor.
Yeah. And we have a suggestion for nurse.
And nurse.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a nurse who used to be an actor?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
Okay.
All right. Works for me. So Chris is going to be a nurse who used to be an actor. So the point of this game is that, Chris is going to be doing a new profession, relatively new for him, which is a nurse. But he used to be an actor, and some of the old habits he had as an actor kind of bleed into being a nurse. So what that's going to look like, we're going to find out together with Chris and Gabe in Old Job, New Job in 3, 2, and 1.
Do you need to know your line?
Well, I'm feeling under the weather, I've got some crud, and I was just hoping to get some antibiotics.
Yes, crud it is! I've got these forms for you to fill out, please.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fill out those forms with all of your medical information, and if the information will not come to you, maybe in a moment of just inspiration, you'll remember your words.
I think I remember it all. It's I always forget where my pharmacy is,
To sneeze or not to sneeze, that is the question.
I've been right on the edge of a sneeze for 3 days. That is absolutely the question I've been asking, and I'm hoping maybe you can give me something to sneeze. Is there I've been staring at a lot of lights. It's not doing it for me.
The lights. When the lights come on, it's almost as if I feel enveloped by my role as a nurse. I feel that this little hat with the cross on top really starts to do me well. Would you mind opening your mouth for me and giving me the most effervescent you've ever given? Yes, I could feel that. That was award-worthy. An award-worthy if I will say so.
Thank you.
By the way,
that paperwork.
Thank you. I don't read. I mostly improvise. I don't look at lines. The doctors can read that mumbo jumbo. Now, I noticed your tonsils looked quite inflamed.
Yeah. I've had a pretty bad sore throat last couple of days.
Would your tonsils maybe like to do a soliloquy? I heard that long words and phrases talking can massage gently the epiglottis and the tonsils themselves.
Yeah, sure. If you want to, if that's a treatment you think that would work for me, I'm here for whatever you think is best. You're the professional,
Yes, well, I've done many things. I've done lots of. I've been in many hospitals, most of them off Broadway, but I've been to quite a few hospitals. I've performed very well. I've received many awards for my nurseworthy nursing. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't know you were an acclaimed nurse.
Yes, I did I did a lot of summer stock, mostly just heat exhaustion. But I was remembered for my role as water sponge douser.
I feel like I remember you in that. There was a guy who had just a terrible fever. They thought he was possessed, and you were keep his body temp down. That was you. That
was me, Nurse McGillicuddy.
Oh my God! You had that one line. It was everyone was saying it for weeks after the movie came out.
It was demons, calm down, get out, use SOB. I don't want to curse here. It was improvised.
Oh wow!
Yes, I don't.
That's it was
the top really, of the dome.
It spoke to me. Everyone was saying that demon get out type thing. I didn't go so well around my in my church.
Are you nude Baptist?
No, I'm a Pentecostal. So talking about demons out loud, people took it way too seriously. It was.
Well, the the doctor is ready to see you now.
Oh, fantastic.
Just go behind the curtain.
Director will see now.
Amazing. Hey, Chris.
You nude Baptist.
You were the very model of a modernist of medicine. Anyway.
Well, I was going to do sting. I'm like, wait a minute, but I'm seated in a chair. I can't walk up stage here.
Just slowly get closer to the camera.
Hey, that's my line. Anyway. All right. Moving on. Folks, we need a horoscope. We need your. Actually, we just need your zodiac sign. We don't need the full horoscope. We'll do that part. But give us your zodiac sign, or give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Give us a sign.
I saw the sign.
Yeah. Oh, and it opened up my eyes.
And I was happy there without you.
Mm-hmm.
I know these songs.
And other Ace of Base
I actually
lyrics.
do know these songs. I just don't know the lyrics well enough to play along. So
I know just enough. Mostly, the most anyone remembers of that song is like that wah 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 part. I mean,
pretty sure I know both those songs from Pitch Perfect. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. They were in that, weren't they?
Anyway,
zodiac signs, folks, as I frantically look up a horoscope site that won't give my computer cancer.
Yeah, don't spell it wrong.
Too late.
You find horoscope, and that's very different.
Oh, man, I accidentally typed in Boniac. Oh, God.
What even is
Sorry.
that? Okay.
I don't know. It was just a lot of...
Thank you, Mary Jane. We are going to go with the age of Aquarius. So let's see what Aquarius
Thanks, Mom.
is all about.
Aquarius.
Yes.
Aquarius.
By the way, can I just say that this particular site, y'all can't see it, but it looks like someone's dumping out just like a buttload of ashes. It's supposed to be a water jug, but it just looks like ash. It's great.